Howdy y'all, it's Cody from the Keyforge Nerd. How y'all doing? We are down to our very last of our full 12 box set of Keyforge Age of Ascension. It's one of my favorite box arts. Definitely an interesting set. It's probably regarded, unfortunately, as one of the weaker sets in Keyforge, but honestly a lot of fun still. And that's, I think, the fun about Keyforge is even in sets that aren't necessarily really strong, we get stuff like this, and you can still have a lot of fun. And you can play stuff that's of the same SAS or percentage rating. So let's get into it, and we'll find out what our last deck is. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to go from this side.
Hope it's a good one.
E.W. Warnfeather of the Shady City. That sounds like Shadows. And so our first house is Dis. Yep, Shadows and Sanctum.
That's an interesting mix.
And once again, we will not look at the set list here.
Till the end.
Yep, until the very end. We will look at it then. If I can get the red line actually open today. That's the worst part about it sometimes is I love it because it's like open here, stupid. But sometimes, apparently, I am the stupid that can't open it. So, here we go. We're going to set the set list off to the side. All right, no rares in Shadows. The Subtle Maul artifact action, your opponent discards a random card from their hand.
That's fun.
Yep, nice every turn to be able to do that. That's pretty cool once you get it out. Redlock, I don't remember seeing him much. 3 power skirmish. At the end of your turn, if you do not play any creatures this turn, gain 1 amber. Ooh.
That's
not a good card.
I've never seen that card.
Right. Merkins, play. He's 2 power. Choose a random card in your opponent's archive, so the top card of your opponent's deck. Play that card as if it were yours. Love it. That's always fun because it's not going to probably do you much good unless you get really lucky, but it is fun to take advantage of your opponent's deck. Lights out. Play. Return 2 enemy creatures to their owner's hands. Owner's hand, always good, especially if you do 2 different houses because then they're going to be gummed up for a little bit longer. And another one. Man, what a turn you could do. The unfortunate thing is they could still play them back out. Brind the Fanatic. 3 power. He's a skirmish. Play. Your opponent gains 1 amber, but when he's destroyed, steal 3 amber. Awesome card. Awesome card.
And he's skirmish.
Yep.
Thankfully not elusive.
Whistling Darts action. Play. Deal 1 damage to each enemy creature. Always nice.
It'll be fun.
Swindle. It's an alpha and an omega card. I like this card, but it's really situational. You gotta be really careful about that. Side note, doesn't that just look like a Tau, just orange? It totally looks like Tau from Warhammer 40k. So you can only play this card, and then once you play it, it ends the play card step and like doing anything. When you play it, you steal 3. Like it's the only thing you do on a turn. It's really cool. Miasma, play. Your opponent skips the forge a key step on the next turn. So like Swindle is really good because, hey, you might need to like stop them for a little while. But then Miasma is honestly not more useful because stealing 3, that's a 6 amber change in the game. Because they lose 3 because you steal it from them and you gain 3. This, though, just, you can keep doing stuff. That's why it's good. Life for a Life, action. Play, sacrifice a creature to deal 6 damage to a creature. We've only had 3 creatures so far in the Shadows, though. Well, there's Knuckles Bolton. 3 power, he's elusive and skirmish. Good sides of both. Dust Chronicles, play. If your opponent has more amber than you, draw a card. If you have more amber than your opponent, archive a card.
That's fun.
I like this card. It gives you some options. It's fun. All right.
Sanctum.
Here we are at Sanctum. Martyr's End. Play. Destroy any number of friendly creatures. Gain 1 amber for each creature destroyed this way.
And it's a rare.
So you destroy your own creatures to get the amber to try to end the game. That's interesting. Very dangerous. Oh, we just jumped from a rare to the commons. There's no uncommons in this? That's bizarre. Grey Rider, 2 power deploy, play, fight, reap. You may ready and fight with a neighboring creature. This dude is amazing. This, like, Grey Rider was one of my favorite cards for a long time. And another Grey Rider.
Is there another? Oh,
no. That would have been good, because, and unfortunately, we don't have, like, Robnar in here, just to take advantage of the Grey Riders. But play, for the remainder of the turn, each time a friendly creature fights, it captures 1 amber. That could be really good, especially with those 2 Grey Riders. And if we get some good knights in here, it would be really good. Smite, play, ready and fight with a friendly creature, deal 2 damage to the attack creature's neighbors. We got a lot of skirmish, too. We have 3 creatures in Shadows with skirmish, so this would work on them, and the Grey Riders would work on them as well. That's pretty cool. Another Smite. Good gracious. No. Skirmish. Skirmish.
Oh, skirmish.
3. All right, Protect the Weak upgrade. This creature gets +1 armor and gains Taunt. Very, very nice. So it protects its neighbors. I always like this card, but right now we haven't gotten any good knights yet. Golden Aura. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, lot of actions.
Yeah.
And like only, let's see,
Tons of
6
action.
creatures so far.
Yeah.
I would say that.
Golden Aura. Play. Choose a creature. Fully heal the chosen creature. For the remainder of the turn, the chosen creature is considered to be in House Sanctum and cannot be dealt damage. This card is good based on what's around it. The fact is there's a lot of skirmish from the shadows, so they're not going to be... So what we have here really with Golden Aura, though, is just an interesting card that interacts in such a fascinating way because it allows you to, outside of house, grab something to fight. Well, actually, what's funny is not necessarily even fight. You could reap, you could action, but it can't be dealt damage, so fighting is useful. Very, very cool card. Golden Aura is fantastic. All right, we have our first human knight, 4 power, 2 armor, deploys wherever he wants, and he taunts. Very nice. Not the best you want to see, but not bad by any means. He's pretty cool.
Does he have armor?
He does, 4/2.
Oh, that's good.
Borden the Redeemed, he's elusive, 3 power. He actions to capture 2. I wish we knew exactly who this race was. Like, I wish they were like part of the game more, but maybe those are the elves that we see for the assassins all the time, but they don't look like the assassin elves, but
Like-
yet they have the ears. Yeah.
Here's an elf right here, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is them. They have the ears,
guess we
some of them, but
I
they're
guess we do-
darker colored
I guess we
on
have
those
2
pictures, like purple rather than blue. Okay. Abad the Grim, always nice to see. He's 4 power, 1 armor. When you play him, you capture 3 amber. And when you reap, discard 1 amber from Abad the Grim. Fantastic card. Come on, duplicates? No, but Abad the Armorsmith. Other friendly creatures get +1 armor. He's a 3 power. Action for the remainder of the turn. Other friendly creatures get +1 armor. He can make you have some defensive monsters.
here comes this.
All right, Dis. Here's our rare for Dis so far. Eater of the Dead, 4 power. When he fights or reaps, purge a creature from a discard pile. If you do, put a +1 power counter on Eater of the Dead. Purging is just awesome, and this guy does it well. That's our only two. We only have 2 rares.
Yeah.
Very sad,
Kind
but
of sucks, but
it does. Soul Keeper upgrade. This creature gains Destroyed. Destroy the most powerful enemy creature. Very nice. Very useful. Life Ward artifact. Omni. Sacrifice it. Your opponent cannot play creatures on their next turn. And that's an Omni. That's...
that's good.
that is good.
I've never seen that card, but that seems good.
That is very good. Another one.
Oh, that would be
Jeez.
fun.
2 turns in a row of going, you can't play creatures, and next turn, you can't play creatures. Come on, number 3? No. Bloodshard Imp, 2 power. After a creature reaps, its controller must sacrifice it. And that's for you and your opponent, but man, what a powerful control this is.
It's crazy.
Yerk, awesome. 4 power. Play, choose and discard a card from your hand. Very good because it allows you way before the Grim Reminders set to discard cards. Tesmal, and discard cards outside of house too. Tesmal, 2 power, elusive, reap, choose a house. Choose a house. Your opponent cannot choose that house as their active house on their next turn. Man, if you sacrifice Life Ward and went, you can't play creatures this turn, also, you can't choose this active house, you
That
could
would be
control
funny.
everything. Another Tesmal. If you had 2 Tesmals out, you could be like, you can't play this house or this house, so you can only play the one house.
That would be fun.
Jeez, Streak. He's elusive, 2 power. While Streak is not on a flank, your opponent refills their hand in 1 less card during your draw cards step. The problem with him is you have to have him survive, and 2 health just isn't very much. Not finished with you. When you play it, shuffle any number of creatures from your discard pile into your deck, and that can be any faction and any type of creatures and multiple factions. Charette. 4 power. When you play, capture 3 amber. I like this deck. It's kind of fun. It's weird. Our last card is a Binding Irons, of course. One of those cards that I've always like. It's not a bad card. It really isn't. And in fact, it's actually a good card. It just doesn't feel like you're doing a whole lot, but you are making them draw 1 less card for 3 turns. That's cool. Because you get your opponent gains 3 chains. What I'd love to see is a deck that had like 4 Binding Irons. You get to play them all in 1 turn, just 1 time. It would be hilarious to watch because they're just like, wait, how many chains do I have? Oh, you have 9. You're not drawing but to 4 cards for the next several turns. Have fun. Pretty cool. But even with just 3 chains, it's still something that can control the game.
Yeah.
This is the most controlled deck I have seen in a while.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too.
I think this is going to be rated a decently high deck.
Yeah.
Maybe, I think, like, somewhere between 80 and 90%. If not, between 70 and 90.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range. Because I think this is a really good deck.
Yeah.
It has really good control.
The control is insane, other than it doesn't have massive destruction cards.
Yeah.
That's the one thing I'm noticing, though, too.
But you could still have...
Does it have anything that actually destroys the entire board? You can say, no, you can't play creatures. You can return creatures to hand. That's nice.
I think this is going to be rated 70 to 90.
Yeah, I think 65% is my guess. I don't know. I'm really struggling with this because it doesn't have a lot of amber generation other than action cards.
Kind of.
But the control that it has, is just nutty.
So you've got...
It just doesn't have board wipe, but it has control of everything else. Like going, you're not having cards. You're not gonna... Can it steal?
I believe... Oh, yeah, here's, like...
It has Bryn the Fanatic,
Fanatic,
and it has the Steal 3, and that's all you do for the turn. Which I don't know is a great card in this, but it is cool. Has some capture.
Quite some capture.
And man, what a weird deck. What a strange one. I don't know how I feel about this deck. I really do like the concept of it, and I don't even like these houses typically, but the way this is operating, it doesn't feel cheesy with the shadows. It just feels fun, and I like the skirmish of shadows when it does that. But a lot of making them draw one less card, discard a card, purging cards. What an interesting deck that could really do some fascinating shenanigans, and I'm afraid it's just not going to be fast enough, maybe. But I don't know. I'm really intrigued. Really, not upset, just intrigued more than anything with this. So, yep, that's pretty cool. So we'll scan it in and we'll find out ourselves too. And you feel free to look it up after this. Yes, Care Bear.
I'm just going to guess random number between my thing.
What's that?
85.
85%. Okay, so I'm at a 65, you're at an 85. We'll scan it in and find it out. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
89.
Oh, 89. All right. Thea says 89. Okay. Thank you so much, y'all, for joining us. Like, share, and subscribe. Take care. Bye.